Cyberpunk is known for having some really interesting side jobs. However, I found a few side jobs that I think are completely underrated, and have noticed that not very many people play them or even know about them. I already made videos covering my top 5 worst and best side jobs in the entire game, so let's go ahead and dive into 5 underrated side jobs that you need to play in Cyberpunk 2077. This video will contain spoilers.
Pepe was used to listening to his customers' complaints, but now it was he who needed to get something off his chest. It was the same old story, an unfaithful wife in a city where everything was uncertain.
Raymond Chandler Evening is a quest where Pepe, the bartender at El Coyote Coho, wants you to spy on his wife, who he thinks is cheating. The quest is very simple. You spy on his wife and find out the truth. The interesting part is that Johnny Silverhand is narrating the quest like it's a mystery thriller.
It was her, the lady in pink, breaker of hearts, framed by a halo of cigarette smoke. I followed her.
Dreaming of the day the narrator put a fucking plug in it.
After finding Cynthia, you follow her down the sidewalk until she enters a very sketchy looking building. You find out that Cynthia wasn't cheating, but rather she was visiting a Ripper, because her entire physical appearance is synthetic. If you tell Pepe exactly what happened, you save their marriage and it's happy endings for everyone. But if you aren't able to save his marriage, he will kick Cynthia out and she will call you to chew you out a few days later.
Hi, it's Cynthia, Pepe's wife. Remember me? Anyway, I guess it was just another day in the life for you. And me? Well, it was the end of mine. Pepe threw me out. I'm out on the street. I just hope you're proud of yourself.
The quest is very underrated because out of 9 playthroughs, the quest icon only appeared 3 times. Meaning the chances of an average person playing this quest is very unlikely. This is another quest with a very clever name. Raymond Chandler Evening is a song named after Raymond Chandler, an old detective novelist. And with Johnny narrating the entire quest, it's a very clever title.
I tell you now, Saburo is not gone from our world! He rests undisturbed in the family crypt!
Right, so Saburo is definitely dead. Like, trust me on this.
Such conviction! You witnessed his death with your own eyes?
Well, it just so happens no, I did not.
While playing Cyberpunk, you probably came across Gary the Prophet, who preaches crazy yet accurate conspiracy theories about Night City's elites and underworld. You have to visit him a few times throughout your playthrough, but eventually he'll get confronted by 2 Aldecaldos, and if you have completed the Queen of the Highway, you can save him. This will unlock a secret quest called the Prophet's Song.
It's hard to take your interpretations seriously, but there is a little truth in what you say. Sometimes even more than a little.
You see it too! You know that behind a veil of darkness lurk creatures from our nightmares, but you fear to believe it!
You know, if you had any kind of real evidence for this grand cosmic plot...
I do! Tonight! They're meeting at an old factory in Kabuki to exchange something important!
When you go to the meeting spot, you'll have to hide and wait for the reptilians and techno-necromancers to show up, which they eventually do, in a manner of speaking. They are exchanging a mysterious shard, and you have to kill them and steal the shard and take it back to Gary, but when you return, you find out Gary has been abducted by aliens, meaning corporate goons. This is one of many quests that leave a bunch of unanswered questions. Who knows, maybe we'll get an answer in the sequel.
What's this story taught us?
That lack of closure sucks.
I don't disagree, but I had something else in mind.
What have you gotten yourselves into?
Carol and Cass are here to close a deal with the scavengers. We purloined some cyberware for them.
And
it's taken them near eternity. Something isn't right.
Gun Music is a short quest that's available after rescuing Saul from the Raffen camp. You come across a few Aldecaldos trying to make a deal with the Scavs in Santo Domingo, but the Scavs plan on screwing them over. You get to confront the Scavs when they realize that you were the person who kicked them out of Watson and rescued Sandra Dorset.
Didn't like your ugly skin plate from the get-go. Now I know why. You're the one who flushed us out in Watson. Sandra Dorset. Thought we'd forget, huh? We're done here.
if I were you, I'd think real hard about your next move.
The only way to actually help the Aldecaldos is to threaten the scavs, otherwise a firefight will break out. It doesn't really matter how you resolve the situation, but I really enjoy this quest as I really like the nomads. I honestly want a nomad DLC after Phantom Liberty that focuses on nomad groups and adds a whole new section to the Badlands, so even just one small side job that's centered around them is amazing.
Everyone wants their privacy.
Maybe, but not as much as me.
Fuck me. It's you.
It's me, Lizzy Wizzy.
As you're exploring Night City, you'll eventually receive a text from someone telling you to meet them at the No-Tell Motel. When you get there, you'll meet Lizzy Wizzy, a famous singer within the cyberpunk world. She wants you to spy on her boyfriend Liam because she thinks he's having an affair. You make your way down to the Riot Club where you can eavesdrop on him in the VIP room through the security cameras, where you find out that Liam wants to copy and change Lizzy Wizzy, as he is afraid of her.
A backup copy seems to be the most sensible solution. About that, once you made the backup, can you tweak it to remove undesirable traits? Because Lizzy, ever since her conversion, she hasn't been herself.
After watching the security footage, you can either call Lizzy Wizzy and send her the footage, or confront Liam where he will offer up a bribe of a whopping 36,000 eddies, and tell her that it was just an affair. However, you can simply take Liam's bribe and tell Lizzy Wizzy the truth anyways. If you tell her the truth, she'll get angry and hang up on you, but she'll contact you again after some time, urgently requesting you to meet up again. When you enter the motel room, you find out that in a fit of rage, Lizzy actually murdered Liam.
So Liam really did have a reason to be afraid of you.
I didn't mean to, understand? I didn't mean to!
Sure, maybe. All the same to him, though.
After confronting Lizzy, she'll ask you to dump the body in the trash and pay you. However, if you told her that Liam was just having an affair, she'll leave it at that and you'll never hear from her again, because she won't end up killing him. I really like this quest, and I feel like for how good it is, not enough people play it. It is an interesting quest because there is some debate on whether Lizzy is a cyber psycho or not, and the fact that the quest ends without any real closure. But I guess you could say Lizzy Wizzy is indeed a delicate weapon.
I've got a problem.
Mean you're not calling to ask me to be your backup dancer? Just kidding. What can I do you for?
It's about a fan of mine. The weirder variety.
Every breath you take is a quest that you get really late into the game. So late in fact that most streamers and Let's Players don't even play the game long enough to unlock the quest. A lot of work goes into unlocking this quest. You need to complete Johnny's storyline, Carrie's storyline, and you have to choose to resolve the issue with us cracks peacefully. After a while, Blue Moon will call you asking for your help dealing with a stalker.
Okay, here goes. Red Menace is keeping an extra lookout from a vantage point high up. Wish me luck.
You will have to follow Blue Moon around Kabuki Roundabout, keeping an eye out for her stalker. Eventually, you will run into a fan that goes by Green Cloud, and immediately visits a gun store afterwards. You can confront her either about her name or the fact that she's visiting a gun store, but she'll run off and try to shoot Blue Moon.
Nice nickname. Green Cloud.
Thanks.
GC for short. That's how you sign your letters, right?
Fuck!
If you don't catch Blue Moon's stalker by the end of the mission, Green Cloud will shoot and kill her. If this happens, Red Menace will confront you, and you can actually kill her too. If that happens, you can find both of their names in the columbarium. That is, if they ever bothered fixing it.
I can't believe this. You were supposed to protect her. How could you let this happen? How, you dumb bitch?
I don't like your tone. Better watch it.
You can actually see Blue Moon's stalker at the very start of the mission, as she is watching over you and Blue Moon the first time you meet up. You can actually follow her around and she'll just observe Blue Moon from above, visit the gun store, and then wait for Blue Moon to walk out onto the catwalk. You can kill Green Cloud or spare her. In the end, it doesn't really matter. But if you fail to find her stalker, she will shoot Blue Moon and she will die. The most interesting part about this quest is the name. Every Breath You Take is not only a very good song, but it is actually written from the perspective of a stalker. It's a cool detail that you might have missed. So those were my top 5 underrated side jobs in Cyberpunk 2077. Let me know if you learned something new. Did I mention a quest that you didn't know existed? And which one was your favorite? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to subscribe for more Cyberpunk videos. Anyways, see you later.